Hey there guys, and welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me. So we're going to be diving into more Harry Potter content here on the channel. There's been so much information, news, brand new images that have been leaked from the set of the Harry Potter HBO series. So there's a lot of interesting, great content for us to dive into here. So before we get into this article and start talking about the episode count and talking about Voldemort casting plans and things like that, we have some posts on X leaked from the actual set of the Harry Potter series. So we've got quite a few different posts here to get to on X looking at leaks from the Harry Potter set. So very interesting stuff to check out here, guys. So from the Wizarding World Direct, costumes for the Harry Potter TV series have been spotted at London Zoo yesterday, very 90s. Yeah, so from what I've been seeing on social media, a lot of the images coming out from the set, the clothing is very 90s style era, which I can appreciate. As a kid myself who grew up in the 90s, it takes me back to what kids used to wear when I was at school. So it's pretty nostalgic for myself to see this kind of era of clothing. But let's start taking a look at some of these images. So we have one of the crew members here with what looks to be some of the costumes that they're using on set. Doesn't give us a whole lot to look at, but I mean, there's some stripy jumpers and different types of clothing there. But it's still pretty cool to see this behind the scenes look of the costumes. Okay, let's move on here. Again, we have our titular Harry Potter wearing this kind of blue hoodie with A Sport written on it. Again, looks very, very 90s. Got the signature glasses on. The kid, I should say. Yeah, he does look like Harry Potter from this image. This is what you would expect him to look like. And he definitely looks the part, but can he act the part? That's the biggest question of all. Okay, let's move on here. So we had Dudley Dursley up against this kind of wooden wall here. It looks like someone's sorting his hair out. Very 90s style tracksuit you can see there. That's exactly what kids used to dress like when I was at school as a kid. Again, so that kind of nostalgia clothing kind of bringing back memories for myself. But yeah, we see another one of the Dursleys over there as well, in a tracksuit as well. So this is going to be a scene from one of the first couple of episodes, I would imagine, where they're at the zoo. And we get that great scene where Harry Potter talks to that snake for the first time. I love that in the movies, and I can't wait to see how that plays out at London Zoo here. But yeah, pretty cool seeing these images here of the costumes. So let's move on to this next one. This is pretty interesting information. So this comes to us from Variety. HBO's Harry Potter studio has reportedly built a school so the show's child actors can keep up their studies while filming for the next 8 to 10 years. I mean, that's pretty damn cool. There's a lot of different child labour laws about how long they can be on set and all this different kind of stuff. And in the UK, you have to be in school studying. You can't not be at school. There's lots of, laws regarding kids being at school and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of legalities. So building their own school and having the kids being able to study while they're shooting the film at the same time, that's pretty damn cool. So, per the BBC, Three Rivers District Council is permitting the studio to use a series of portable buildings as a school facility for the next decade. The proposed classrooms have been designed to be used by up to 600 pupils during peak periods when large crowd scenes are being shot, but will typically serve around 150 students. It will operate on weekdays between 5:30 AM and 8:30 PM, so young actors can fit in their actual studies between night shoots, reshoots, and location filming. So, a bit of in-depth information behind the scenes there about the actors being able to study while they're shooting their scenes at the same time. I love this kind of interesting information, and I thought you guys would find that interesting. So, let's move on to the next post and start taking a look at some more set leaks coming out of the London Zoo scenes that they're filming. So we have some brand new images here of the kid playing Harry Potter. And he looks great. I think he looks really cool. I love the glasses. I love the look. I think he does look like Harry Potter, what you would expect him to look like. But anyway, let's check out a few of these posts before we go back over to the article. So this comes to us from Wizarding World Direct. First pictures from the set of Harry Potter TV series at London Zoo. Dominic McLaughlin was spotted as Harry Potter in the penguin enclosure at London Zoo. So we have a couple of pictures here, although it's not the most flattering of images here. Looks like he's been sucking on a lemon. He's got that kind of scrunched up face. But it's a pretty cool. It's still cool to see him on set and see a different image of him there. And another one, bit of a better picture there. A Sport written on the front of his hoodie there, and yeah. this kid looks exactly like Harry Potter. I think it's great casting in terms of appearance. I think he just looks great, but I'm really curious to see his acting talent. So there's a couple of pictures there just from the set of London Zoo at the Penguin enclosure. Okay, so let's go over to the next post. So our first look at the Dursleys. So let's take a quick scan through some of these pictures here. So it looks like we have Vernon and Petunia Dursley. I believe that they've been scaled down in terms of their ages to be more in line with the books and the source material, because I think in the movie the actors were a little bit older than how they are portrayed in the books. So I think fans will be a little bit happier that maybe they've, given them a bit of a younger appearance here. So keep going forward. Again, we've got Vernon Dursley there. We've got some crew members around. It looks like they're in the middle of shooting that scene, potentially at London Zoo. Then it looks like we've got Dudley Dursley, Dudley Dursley, if I can say it right, wearing his tracksuit, and it looks like another one of the Dursley kids there as well, potentially. They look a bit chavvy with their tracksuits and their trainers sitting on the back of this little golf cart thing. Looks like they're using that to transport themselves around the set when they're shooting between scenes. And again, another shot of Dudley Dursley in his kind of tracksuit there. Again, scrunched up face, looking like a troublemaker, as I'm sure he will be within the series itself. So there we go, guys. Some pictures there of the Dursleys, which I found to be quite fun. Okay, so moving on here. New footage from the Harry Potter set. So again, we've got a few more pictures. That picture we've already seen. Again, another shot of the Dursley kids there from another angle, which is kind of cool to see. Again, Petunia and Vernon Dursley. I think that's pretty much the same picture that we looked at, just a slightly different angle. With looks like they've got a makeup crew member here in the front. But yeah, they look very like 90s with their glasses. That was very much the trend, those big bifocal glasses in the 90s, which is kind of an interesting look. Then we've got Dudley Dursley up against a wall here, and they're taking a picture of him, or setting the scene, or whatever it is they may be doing. But again, we get a great look at kind of what he's going to be looking like in the first couple of episodes with this tracksuit. So pretty cool images there coming from the set of Harry Potter. Okay, so moving on here. This is something out of left field. I just wanted to get into this quickly before we start diving into that article. So, Emma Watson has been banned for driving for 6 months after speeding offences, BBC reports. This is Watson's 4th driving offence in less than 2 years. So, obviously being the OG Hermione Granger, it's just funny because I was just randomly looking on X for Harry Potter news, and I came across this, and I was just like, what? Because the way she's portrayed in the news media, she's this like feminist icon, and she's kind of like a do-gooder, kind of like a Hermione Granger character. So you don't expect to hear her getting into trouble, but she seems to be a bad driver. But yeah, so there we go, guys. Not Hermione Granger, sorry. Emma Watson's been banned for driving. So I just thought that was fun to throw in there. I thought you guys might find that interesting. Go online and look into it if you want to look into the details about what's going on with it. But I believe that she appeared in court and she had to pay a fine, and she's lost her driving privileges. So, make of that what you will, guys. But like I say, I found it interesting, and I thought you guys might as well. Okay, so with those bits of information down, let's start diving into this article here and start breaking down some information that's going on with the Voldemort casting, and potentially some information about the first few episodes of the show. So this comes to us from Comic Book Movie. Rumour, Harry Potter episode count, minor premiere spoilers, and Voldemort casting plans revealed. By the way, it says spoilers, but I think they're just erring on the side of caution. There's no spoilers in this article, so you have nothing to worry about here, guys. Okay, so production on HBO Harry Potter TV series started earlier this week. Obviously, we just looked at a few of the pictures there. And following our first look at both the Boy Wizard and Hagrid, yeah, I did a video a couple of days ago now talking about the very first official image of Harry Potter in his costume with the clapperboard, and very first official picture of Nick Frost as Hagrid. If you want to see that video, guys, check in the description. I'll put the link to the video there. We have a better idea of what to expect from the small screen adaptation of the controversial author J.K. Rowling's iconic scenes series of novels. I love the fact that they had to put the word controversial in there. Political agenda afoot, I think. We've known for a while that HBO intends to adapt a book per season, but with the show's young leads set to grow up fast and so much more ground to cover than the movies, the cable network has a unique plan to counter them being aged out. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, kids grow up so quickly. quickly, their appearances change. You've got to kind of film this at the same time the kids are growing up with their kind of characters on screen. So yeah, you've got to get it done quick. If there's any delays, it could spell disaster, but we'll have to see how it goes when it comes to production. So according to Redanian Intelligence, whatever that is, seasons 1 and 2 are expected to be 6 episodes each. Yeah, it seems to be the thing now, doesn't it, with modern big budget TV shows that, you know, back in the like early 2000s or 90s, we used to get TV shows that had seasons of TV where they would have like 20, 25 episodes in a season, but now it's like with big budget Marvel TV shows or big budget, you know, epic fantasy adventures like Lord of the Rings, we only get like 6 to 8 episodes per season. I guess it's because it costs so much more money. I guess that's a key factor. With future seasons potentially expanding to 8 episodes, I'm sure they'll probably do that as they get towards the end of the project to help cover those extra pages. These books ranged from 223 to 766 pages. So the site explains that the first season will shoot from now until May 2026, with season 2 set to film from July 2026 to May 2027. So, complicating matters are child labour laws, which mean kids can only be on set for a certain amount of time each day. Yeah, I mean, that's a massive factor as well that I hadn't actually considered. So they have to get... The production has to be done while the kids are growing up to make sure their characters resemble the ages of the kids, or the kids resemble the age of the characters as they grow up. But they have to film it in such a way that the kids can only be on set for a certain period of time due to child labour laws. So, like, it would be an absolute nightmare and like a absolute logistical nightmare to try and figure out how to, you know, be the most efficient at shooting this. It would be crazy to figure out, but that's why people get paid the big bucks, I guess. The site has learned that the first episode ends with the young students and Hagrid approaching the castle of Hogwarts on a boat for the first time. Yeah, I mean, in the movies we had that iconic scene, didn't we, where the kids were on the boats and they were kind of going across the lake at night, and then we get that beautiful cinematic shot of Hogwarts at night with all the lights and everything, and it looks like that's how the first episode is going to end. That's by no means a spoiler. We knew that was going to happen. We knew that's a scene we were probably going to see anyway. There's no plot twist, there's no narrative given away, so that's not a spoiler in any regards, to me at least. That means the premiere will cover Harry's life with the Dursleys, the moment he discovers he's a wizard, his visit to Diagon Alley, and the trip to Hogwarts Express where he meets Ron and Hermione. So yeah, that's going to be the first episode. But again, not a spoiler. We know that's all going to happen. We all know the story by now. Also a note is the fact that Voldemort, who will appear in this first season on the back of Professor Quirrell's head, and presumably in a flashback to the night Harry's parents were killed, has already been cast and will be in several episodes. So yeah, Voldemort has definitely been cast. Obviously, all the major characters have now pretty much been cast. I mean, they're still casting little kind of B-side characters, supporting characters here and there. But like the majority of the most important characters have been cast, and Voldemort has been cast for a long time now, but they don't want to reveal it. However, quote, HBO has no plans on announcing its casting, and they want to keep him a secret until the season airs. You'll recall the movies didn't cast Voldemort until Ralph Fiennes boarded the franchise in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty cool in a way, because fans are going to keep guessing, you know, who have they cast, who's it going to be? And then when Voldemort actually shows up for the first time on screen, under all the makeup and the prosthetics, are we actually going to be able to tell who it is? Or is the person going to be buried under all the makeup? It's going to be interesting, but a lot of people are speculating that it could be Cillian Murphy. And yeah, I'm not sure that it will be, but you know, that's a fan favorite casting, it seems to be at the moment. But there we go, guys. So a bunch of different information there regarding leaks coming out of the set of the Harry Potter series there, with the Dursleys, with some new pictures of Harry Potter himself, Dominic McLaughlin, I think his name was. Yeah, Dominic McLaughlin is his name. Sorry about that, guys. And yeah, so great pictures there coming from the set. The bit of information there about Emma Watson losing her license, her 4th driving offence in less than 2 years, and information about potentially having 6 episodes in the first 2 seasons of this show, and it looks like they're trying to hide the casting of Voldemort as well. So a lot of information that we covered there, guys. So jump into the comment section. Let me know which piece of information stands out to you the most. And what do you think about those leaked set images coming out of the London Zoo with Harry Potter and the Dursleys? Does it look good? Does it look bad? Whatever your thoughts are here, guys, jump into the comment section and let me know your thoughts, comments, and opinions, as always. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to help support the content on the channel. I would really, really appreciate that. And hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with more Harry Potter news and streaming going on the channel. And with that, Dan, I will see you in the next video.